Is it on yet? Oh, yeah. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Heavy Wrench live on Saturday night. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Just doing some stuff here real quick. Trying to get some stuff rocking and rolling. And then we'll see if anybody hops in here. It's probably going to be a light weekend because of the holiday stuff, you know. But it is what it is. So let's check it out. Did on the day. We're good. Holy cow. Mile Monster. First one in the chat. Bubba Ayers made it. Diabolical with the toolbox tour. I mean, dude, that is like, it's just nicely laid out. Your socket drawer of your extras and all your extra. Oh my gosh. Crazy. Let's see here. The Kid, what's up? Occupant, what's up? Brian Meadows, hello. Hey Wayne, how are you? One Mechanic. Dave, how are you? Mr. Black Smoke, how are you? Will S, I guess I should start. Hey, good evening. Hope y'all are having a great weekend. Same with you. Oh, can't need a shower and a nap. I bet you do after a couple blowouts. One blowout at least on Reba. Stephen Doolittle, how are you? Great to have you in the chat. Mile Monster. Went to Harbor Freight. Got a socket organizer. Good deal. That's the thing, you know. There's some people out there that are going to bag on Harbor Freight and bag on this and that. It has been cold here today in Michigan. I woke up this morning and oh my gosh, I woke up this morning 5:30, went outside, and I had to go to that I don't know if you guys seen that 966 startup on Instagram or on Instagram or on YouTube, the short that I put on there. And this morning I went out there, I was like, dang, I looked at my phone, it said it feels like 38, or no, it was 38 degrees, feels like 32. It definitely was cold today. So I threw a sweatshirt on. I had it off. It was up to 60 something earlier in the evening, and now it's back down. So that being said, we're rocking and rolling. Whew, getting warm down here now. So, sporting the old Helena hat, or Helena, however you want to say it. But yeah, Harbor Freight's got some good organizers. They got some stuff that has its place. There's a lot of stuff that they have that's not for me. They have a lot of stuff that they have that I could put to use. They have their place. That's really what it boils down to. So I appreciate what they have. Some, you know, it's all good. Oh, let's see here. Gotta send you my toolbox. Yeah, that'd be cool, Bubba, to see it. Like, I like seeing that stuff. AgTech45, good evening. How are you? Great to have you in here. Pack Live, hello from Hawaii, Honolulu. Right on. Pack, I just had somebody send me a message on Instagram from Hawaii. Was that you that sent me a message on Instagram? I don't know who it was, but they said, own my own business in Hawaii. I was just curious if that was you. So hit me up. If it is, let's see. Put new 4 waste hauler handler treads. Yeah, them waste handlers are nice just to have for all around getting around. See you in a minute. It should do well. I'm not going to lie. Thing's a monster, diabolical. A monster. Just a monster. Got down to 45 this morning. Yeah, Mother Nature's playing her games on us too. That's for sure. Mason Hopewell as well. 60s and 80s here in Dallas-Fort Worth. Please hit that like button, guys. Thanks, Dave. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Hell, I was going to fight you yesterday, but I battled through it. Evening, y'all. How's Phil? I am doing really good, actually. Doing really good. Hey, Dave and Ag Tech. Fellas, I need a recommendation on a jump pack, also 12-volt tire inflator for the pickup. Dude, straight up jump and carry. Best jump pack. Now, the 12-volt tire inflator, I don't know about those, but I have the JNC 990. It's pretty good, man. I've been using it quite a bit. I used it today on that 966. That's what was cranking that over. The regular battery that was in it that was just off the shop floor was kind of cranking it slow. You put that on there, it fired right up. I mean, it cranked. And then we got fuel the injectors and she fired off. I would tell you right now, Chlor Automotive, or it's called Jump and Carry. And I think mine's the 990. I have a video on it, actually. So check that out. They are a good jump pack. Yeah, the wood's still on tonight. Yeah, I turned I turned the heat on, actually. We just got air conditioning installed in our house for the first time ever. And that's why all the ceiling is like it is right now. I'm trying to get it adjusted up here just a little bit. This camera kind of wanted to come down a little bit. There we go. It was not me, it was my cousin. Right on. Well, either way, tell them I appreciate the hit up, and that's awesome. Awesome to know people in Hawaii that work on heavy equipment. JC Smith, good evening. How are you? Great to have you in the chat. That ambulance is coming right along. Definitely coming right along. Hello, Diabolical. Hey, John. Hi, Country Mile. Hey, JC. Howdy, Theo and Kelly. Hi, Dave. How you doing tonight? My can, glove, and power strip are all Harbor Freight. Not sure how spending money on a tool truck would improve those things. Ain't afraid to shop. That's selective. That's the key, right, Brian? Like, what are you willing to compromise on, right? Like, it is what it is. You know, like, I don't know what the heck to say to pick up. You know, I've got they're magnets, right? Their magnets are great for sticking stuff up on the wall, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of stuff in there that's good to go. And, you know, but there's other stuff that I really, you know, Brian, I guess I would have a hard time buying a torque wrench from Harbor Freight. That's where I guess I'm getting at. You know what I mean? But, man, if you need a set of wrenches or something and you're just starting out, hey, everybody has their place. Every tool has their place, you know. Nathan Hale, good evening. Hope everyone has a long weekend with family and friends. That's right. Call anytime. Heck yeah, I had a pellet stuff going last night. yeah, it's crazy. Oh, dude, it's all good. Whenever, sometime, Bubba. No worries. The kid, yeah, no problem, man. That's really a good jump pack. So slow down a bit. Ag Tech. Hi, Bill. Ag Tech One Mechanic. How are you? I'm drinking some coffee. And how many jobs did I have this week? Oh my gosh. Let's see. I'm going to try to remember them right now. Let's see. Monday. What did I do on Monday? I don't even know what I did on Monday. Oh, I reassembled that. So I've been having, we can talk about this for the next 20 minutes here probably. So I had an issue with the 6404. I've been fighting it for a while. I haven't really said much. I didn't have much of a conclusion on it. Got it assembled, let's see, a couple weeks ago, right? Or more. I don't know. Anyway, I fired it up, let it run for like 20 minutes. Shut it off. Engine seizes right up. Number 4 rod bearing. Smoked. Then, not smoked, but bad. Crank looked perfect. So I pulled the bearing out. I'm like, hey, everybody's human. I ordered a set of bearings for it, for the rods, and I put one in it, checked the rest, checked the main that fed it. Everything looked good. Put it back together, ran for about 10, 15 minutes or whatever, shut it off, same thing. Come to the conclusion, number 4, something going on in number 4. But the main that feeds number 4 is perfect. Crank's perfect, everything's good to go. So I'm going to end up doing a video on this, I think. Here, I have a little bit of footage of the rod. I'll be able to get some better footage of it. But anyway, so I basically make the decision. The engine's together. Everything's done. I ordered a head gasket set, all new bearings, mains, rods, done, right? I'm going to find this issue, and we're going to go from there because it looks like it's starving for oil. So I end up getting it all apart, and I want to check to make sure that oil's flowing down the rod out the wrist pin because who knows? Maybe there's something going on there. Check all of them, get to number 4, and because I want to get a couple good visuals of what was to be expected, right? Like what you're expecting to see, how much oil was left in the rod, how much, you know what I'm saying? So I did a couple, and they were all pulled, all the pistons were pulled out at the same time, right? One right after another. No big deal. So the first few, put air to that, air right to the rod hole where the oil is supposed to go up to the wrist pin. Oil flows out of the wrist pin, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Get to 4, it blows right out of the bolt hole where the rod cap goes in at my face. That it's cracked in the rod between the rod rifle, I guess you'd call it, the oil galley, and the bolt. Put the bolt in there, air blows right around the threads. That bolt it torques up, and you have basically 1.5 thou of plastic gauge clearance on that bearing. Plastic gauged them all, and it was 1.5 thou each time. Each time was the same. Replaced the rod. I've ran it for 4 or 5 days now, 20 minutes at a time. Everything's beautiful. So it's ready to ship and head back now. But I was definitely fighting that one for a while. So things happen, man. Had a C7 rubber through wastegate solenoid wires. Have to make sure what brand of truck was that on. A Black Smoke. Just picked up the frame inserts I had made for the hitch. Heck yeah. The pulling tractor, I worked on that this week too, twice. I think I did that on Monday. That's what I did on Monday. Working on a pulling tractor. I think it's a Pro Farm. I think it's a Pro Farm is the class they pull. I guess I'll have to ask them what they pull in it. I don't think it's Super Farm. It might be Pro Farm. I'm not sure. Anyway, it's a 4010 making somewhere in that 14 to 1500 horsepower range out of a 4010. It's pretty sweet. I got the axle shaft housing done. I had to do some stuff on the brakes. So that's pretty cool. Not getting much video on that, but Harbor Freight Daytona jacks or bottle jacks, stuff like that. Yeah, something like that. Just not their jack stands, right? Bill, how are you, Bubba? Funny things today. Did some editing, lost some footage. Back and redo it. Yeah, that happens. Was it ash in the oil filter? Harbor Freight work gloves. Don't feel bad. Yeah. Yeah, some people are and some people aren't, Justin. Welcome to the chat. I don't know if you've been here before or not, but welcome to the chat. It was an engine swap. I didn't do it. My cousin Joe actually did it. Let's see if we can get signal return wire had like 6 other sensors. Yeah. Yes, sir. Steven, sir. One mechanic. Let's see here. Joey Barth finally caught one. Yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate you catching this one. That's awesome. Joshua, the graduate, has arrived. If I don't know if anyone has ever said that. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that wholeheartedly. Congrats, Joshua. Congrats, Joshua. Thanks, everyone. Hey, Joey. Let's see here. Ryan. Here for a few before I head to the house. So thank you very much, Ryan. I appreciate all the information yesterday. Actually, I appreciate the conversation we had. That helped out immensely, and it fired right off today. Good evening, everyone. The calf was born the next day that I was checking on last week. Might name it Kentucky Tech. Can I join? I'm not sure tonight, Joshua, but we'll check it out. We're going to talk about a 966 here quick, and I'm going to screw up a whole bunch of numbers on that, but that's okay. Oh, you got the Tiger Tool Kingpin press. Nico sockets held up okay. Get cleaned up. Have a good weekend. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Take care. Everybody's asking him. So I guess here's the thing with the international that I was doing today. Yes, there was an engine swap. I did not do the engine swap. It's actually one of my cousins, Joe. He actually found the engine out of a 1440 combine, I believe. I don't know. The numbers were going crazy last night and yesterday and this morning. Still, just because we're trying to swap, he was swapping stuff over. He bought a combine engine, put it in his 966. He mainly cuts hay, bales hay, and does some grinding, feed grinding with it. So it's not like it's a huge workhorse. It's just got to be a good tractor. But the engine in the combine was completely different as far as the injection pump. So we were doing a swap over on the injection pump from the original 966 injection pump to the combine engine. They are different cubic inch, but same block. It bolted right in, he said. Clutch bolted, the flywheel bolted on, the clutch bolted on, everything bolted on just right. The only problem was it was bolted in the tractor before we timed it to take the pump off. So that's where it got a little bit confusing. I used an awesome resource. So thank you, Ryan, for that. And it worked out great. I timed it back up, but when the flywheel on the tractor is what times the engine, obviously, but on the combine, it's actually on the crank dampener pulley with a little pin that comes out the front. So the engine that was in the tractor had 2 ways of timing that both confirmed and verified each other. So that timing's the same. The other engine we were pulling the pump off of had no timing marks. So we kind of rolled it around the top dead center, found the mark on the pump, confirmed it, and then popped it off, put it on this morning, bled it out, got the injectors clear, and then she fired right off. So that was awesome. Let's see here. What's going on here? Old time welders, are mom doing well? Yes, they are. You're doing God's work, brother. He is every day. Let's see here. I had to take all this week off. Something bit me. Really? Something bit you, huh? That ain't good. You got those brown recluses down there in Texas, or that's the weird part. You guys get some weird bugs down there and stuff. Don't encourage him, Black Smoke. Bill, you can't encourage that stuff. He is like, man, oh man. You can't encourage that stuff because he just takes it. Have a good one, MLH. Take care, Mason. The newer X15. Ooh, not really. I think I was down there when they were like kind of like introducing it last year, a year before, whenever that was. I seen it on the test stand, or seen it sitting there on an engine stand. From what I recall, base engine wise, it's very similar. I think it's coming out of a different factory or something now. Is why they don't call it the ISX 15 anymore. I think that's why they're calling it the X15. And plus, they're doing more. I think they changed the fuel system too, or something. I don't know much about the X15 right now. I haven't really touched it. I'm a big fan of the ISX 15s. I mean, they're really not bad engines. They have their issues. Now, in 2010, I mean, all engines in 2010 had issues with going with no def and only EGR and a DPF on them. It's not worth it. Once you went to the SCR, much better. We'll put it that way. I just finished up the 966. I had to floor rate the hydraulics at full RPM. Blew a hydraulic hose. Soaked me half. Oh, my gosh. Yes. You need a shower, Ryan. That's it. You got a bath in oil. You need a shower and some Dawn dish soap. You look like one of those ducks on a commercial. That's kind of how I feel on a daily basis. It's like, man, if they really want to take a commercial of Dawn dish soap and how effective it is on grease and stuff like that, my arms would be the perfect candidate for that. Like, yeah, little baby duck's cuter though. I know, it's crazy. Let's see what's JC got going on here. Looked at a 2013 International 4300 today from a company I buy a regular from. Said it was a 6.7 with Allison air brakes, 25.9. So 25.950 is under CDL, I believe, right? Should have been a home run at his price. Then I get there and it's a max force. Did you walk away from it? Or did you take it? I'll try Black Smoke, but it's a huge job, as you might know. Thanks, JC. But you love Max Force. There's bugs and spiders here. I've started wearing off all the time now. Yeah, it's crazy. Ryan, I just worked on a 966K today with hydraulic issues. Still smell like. Absolutely. Do you ever go to your workbench full of tools and parts and just say to yourself, how did I get to this? All the time, man. There is so much stuff. Yeah. Yeah, he did. It's been there. Needs a cutter bar. I helped him get the old one out. Tide launder soap and the liquid works well as hand cleaner. Really, Nathan? X15 so-called better valve timing, said with better injection process. That's what they say. But I think, right, Brian, the base engine of that X15, we're talking crank, pistons, rods, is pretty much identical to the ISX, right? I don't think they changed hardly anything. Oh my gosh. You should run away, not walk. Max Force are parts trucks. Not trucks I want to sell. Absolutely. So we did mention Harbor Freight 3 times. I mentioned it 3 times, and look who shows up. Good old Brad's Workbench. Shows right up. Welcome, Brad. How you doing tonight? Hope you're having a great Memorial Day weekend. I can't believe it. I mentioned Harbor Freight a couple of times in the chat. If you look up at the top of the chat, Brad, it's there. And then, boom. Just like that, you're here. Oh, engines with the EPABS is gone. Nice videos up, JC. That cooling system. Yeah, that cooling system was, blending that. It almost looked like that was yellow coolant. Now it don't matter to tell you the truth, JC. But John Deere extended life coolant, or what do they call it? I don't remember what they exactly call their coolant. But anyway, it is a yellow extended life coolant, and that's kind of. I was looking at it and I'm like, man, it kind of looks, but the International should have had the red, like what you put in it. But either way, I have seen yellow extended life coolant. John Deere runs it and everything now. Cool Guard, that's what it's called, Cool Guard, and it's pretty good stuff. It's low silica. So anyway, but yeah, that was a great video, flushing everything out, making it right. A friend of Dad's, he hates spiders. Yeah, sometimes that happens. I know you've been summoned. It's crazy. Isn't the Max Force a cat repainted? No, Justin. There have been. So I think the cat engines. Cat and Max Force had a deal together. I think they put Max Force's fuel system on cat engines for a while. I don't know the whole story. I'm not really that heavy into trucks. JC Smith might know better on that one, but I don't know if he gets into a lot of. I think that was on like the C13s and C15s, the later ones. I think. I don't know. Justin, I can't give you a definite answer on that, but. It's been one of those things. I don't know if I have a bench anymore since Heavy Wrench moved in. Cool Guard, yes. Yeah, there you go. There may have been 3 in there. I drained green first, then reddish. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's a tough one. That's a tough one when you start mixing and blending, because yeah. Let's see here. Old time welder, the nerve with these kids these days taking over works, hanging John Deere flags in the shop. You know, hey, I don't know what to tell you. Stuff happens. Oh man, use it daily. It takes the rubber undercoating off. That's worth, in my opinion. Let's see. Really? So. The Liquid Tide takes rubber undercoating off. Yeah. The CT was the Cat International. Okay. So the CT was the Cat International partnership. And I don't know much about it. Thank God. It's one of those things. I'm sure I'll end up there sometime. But it's all good. The Max Force and the Cat was a partnership. Yeah, I believe it was a partnership. I don't know if there's, it was something. When Cat was building trucks, they used somebody else's engine. Yeah, it was the partnership with no BXS, MXS, or NXS was in bed with International. SDP was the DPF cat killer. Is that the prefix? SDP? Brian? Serial number prefix or what? BXS, MXS, NXS. Are them the prefixes? I don't know that one, I guess. To tell you the truth, I don't know much about them, to tell you the truth. I know that I'm trying to think. MLH did a video on a welder that he had, and I'm not sure if that was from Harbor Freight or the farm store, but yes, prefixes. Okay, right on. That's us. So no on the BXS, MXS, or NXS. Yes, in bed with International SDP. That was the one. SDP. I'm actually going to write that down because that is some useful information when somebody is going to buy a truck and they're like, hey, what do you think of this? So the BXS, MXS, NXS, and the SDP. IH. There we go. Let's see here. Navistar is a partner on the cat truck. Yeah. Navistar International. Those cat trucks are a nightmare. You can scan it as a cat truck, but International Motor with Texas unit used to work on them at my last job. Yeah, some of those cats are Cat said we had enough of this BS. Yeah, no doubt. Max, how you doing from Canada? It's been a while since we've seen you, but I remember seeing your name a while ago. What's your latest, greatest tool buy? Haven't had time to watch any of my channels. I bought some RBRT extractors from Mac. I bought, I don't know, I got a whole list of stuff that I got to do a tool haul video on that's been building up. But kind of like, that's the thing. I'm not, most of the stuff, I guess now I'm waiting to do a tool haul video because it's like stuff that I want or need or whatever. It's nothing that's sent to me. It's just like those wrench pliers that Knipex, whatever you want to call it, I don't care, makes. I bought a 3 set of those, and awesome. Like, they are phenomenal. Just stuff like that, that you want to pick up. GM is making the chassis for internationals. CV, so sad. Isuzu trash in the internationals. Ugh, that's going to be horrible. On the utility trailer, they cover the landing gear and slider boxes. That's to prevent welding. That stuff gets everywhere. Really? They put it all over that, huh? Cat dropped the truck engines due to the emissions reasons. They were put in Freightliners. SDP was Cat's last-ditch effort to stay emissions compliant, but had a lot of emission system issues. Yes, that's true. CRM trucking, SDP isn't bad with the BS off of them. That's really anything at this rate. If it wasn't for emissions, a lot less people would have to be wrenching on stuff. That's really what it boils down to. Emissions is the number one repair right now. The last Cat only was SDP. C-Series was Cat by themselves. After the Cat's DPF death, they got in a partnership with International for like 5 years or so. They split off that on their own issues as well. Yeah. It's a GM body. Just, I hate badging. Hey, believe it or not, I've got a few Knipex and agree. They're awesome. Oh, yeah. Who's asking about the Harbor Freight thing there, the welder? Brad, what do you think about the Harbor Freight welder? He's had it, I'm sure. That is a trip to laptop, yeah. I bet. Hey, Brian, I missed texting on Instagram. Good night. Happy Memorial Day. Peterbilt 89. Hey, from Pikeville, Tennessee. Well, thank you, Peterbilt 89. Okay. Canada is cold. We got some ice rain, but busy working on mobile shop. Plus, picked up a blown Mercedes van that I'll have to help rebuild that motor. It's a huge hole in the oil pan. That ain't no good. See you, Black Smoke. Take care. Be safe. Absolutely. Have a great weekend. Do some barbecuing. Have yourself a drink of choice, whatever that may be, even if it's a glass of water. Oh, boy. No, this week's been kind of crazy. I got the transmission out of a wheel loader. Just been working on a wheel loader. What else was it? There's a whole bunch of stuff, a whole slew of stuff. Oh, I pulled a cylinder apart on a dozer. I got a couple new door handles for my service truck. I put them in. Guy stopped by and bought some parts. I mean, just good stuff. Florkin Life, how are you doing? You're in Virginia, I believe. How is the new job doing down in Virginia on afternoons? Brad's super cheap flux core. Wouldn't recommend it for anyone learning or anything that's more occasional DIY. I'd like to try their titanium brand though. Cheap welders only last for so long. Yep. That's the biggest thing. You can buy, it really boils down to it. If you want to buy a brand name something, right? And there's a model that is half the cost. And it's a welder. And it's half the cost, same brand. So you got, let's say you got 2 Millers or 2 Lincolns, right? And you go to one at the box store. And you're like, hey, this one's saying the same thing. It's just there's one letter missing from what the one at the welding shop is. And it's about $1,000 cheaper. What's that one letter really mean on there? Well, what it means is probably the internals. And that's really what it boils down to. How much load, what is your load limits on it? All that good stuff. It's crazy. You got to look into that stuff. And I think that's why it took JC so long to decide what he was going to get. If you have a cat, a little tough, it's the best brand. It's a beast. I'm looking for a good compression tester for diesel vehicles. Man, it doesn't matter what adapters you use, but get a good gauge. Go to a trusted place for a gauge. That's the biggest thing I have to say is I bought the compression gauge and I don't know what set I bought. I think I bought the diesel set, diesel compression set from Snap-on, but that was just basically because I wanted to buy the gauge from them. I wanted a good gauge because I did buy one from Amazon and the gauge, junk gauge, but the adapters, they all work. So I got all the glow plug adapters, the injector adapters that came with that set. And so far it's been getting me through with everything I have to do. Florkin Life. So well, I'm looking for another one. Right on. Sometimes you need stepping stones, Florkin. Max, OTC, can't go wrong with it. Yeah, OTC's got great stuff too. There's nothing wrong with that. Problem with Harbor Freight welders is getting parts for them when they break. You ever deal with any Sani equipment? Just got a new dealership in town. Lots of pretty cool looking iron. Sani, I've heard some things about them, Tarek. I heard that Sani used to build the minis for Caterpillar. I don't know if that's true or not. I've heard that. Just take that as a rumor. Maybe you can look into it. But I do believe Sani's probably a decent brand. I don't know yet, but I've heard of them, but I've never actually touched one, seen one, none of that stuff. I have looked at them on the internet, so that's one of those things. Tarek, Mile Monster, if you could choose, to tell you the truth, if my old 7.3 wouldn't have rusted away, that was a great truck. I had that for 10 years. It was a 2002, 2001, 2002. And I had it for almost 10 years. And I put 100,000 miles on it myself. And I traded it, or I sold it, and then bought my 2012. So it must have been 2002, or it must have been 01. So I bought it like a year or two old. It wasn't very old. That was a great truck. I put 100,000 miles on it. The 6.7 that I have with DEF, nothing been messed with at all. It has been phenomenal so far. Knock on wood. A little of that. But I put 126,000 on it right now. Still going strong. And it's doing exactly what the other one did, only its creature comforts are nicer. Dollar for dollar. I think that old 7.3 wins. But it's one of those deals, right? Congratulations. Yeah, duty cycle is a big one on cheaper welders for sure. Will S. OTC. I talked to the repair guys from the weld shop I buy from. They service red and blue. They had some strong opinions on the latest technology each are using. That is, JC, that's a smart thing to do. Let's talk to the guys that fix the stuff. Kind of like what Tarek was just asking about Sandy, right? Like, it's all good. What's up, Jeff? How are you doing? Nice to see you in the chat. Thanks, Tarek. Apparently, you send me something for my graduation party. Started the 6.0 in 2003. 6.7 is pretty good for people I know. Yeah, I like it. I'm good on marshmallows tonight. That was a good time though. It was a good time. It's kind of random. 2003 F450 7.3 6-speed manual 4x4 the other day. Rusty cab corners, but reliable ride. That is yeah, that's a good one. Those were solid trucks. F450 7.3 6-speed. Yeah, that was 387,000 rocker arms start breaking. 300 or 400, 300 or 400,000. It's almost 400,000, and then the rocker arms will break. And that exact truck that we had at the place I worked at. Ryan, 02 Super Duty 7.3 is hard to beat. Will run forever. Yeah, it's just the cab falls off. They have a rental department that I'm thinking about playing with some backhoes. Yeah, I mean, I think you'll find out that they're probably pretty close. Say for Ice and the little one, have a good week. Have a good one, Brian. I appreciate you stopping in tonight. Joshua, I'll get your information and text on Instagram. Has Ford's automatic trans gotten any better? They used to. I mean, I don't know. It seems to be working good for me. At one point, I had 6 of them on the road. Hard to find. Yeah, no one wants to sell them. No one wants to sell anything. We have a nationwide search for a 1970s F100. They don't make them like they used to. F100. 06 Dirty Max 189 on a dial. I miss that truck sometimes. Ooh. You have a blown up 6.7. You have a blown up 6.7. That's 2-wheel drive, I believe. Don't you? Is there something there, JC? Just seeing. Ford 5R110 from 2005. Excellent. The new is killer as well. Yeah. Mike Monster. If you find one, jump on it. They go quick. I had a 99.73 regular cab with a 6-speed in mint condition. Rolled it. Oh my gosh. That's sad news. Sad news. Bell housing to crack. Let's see here. Mike Jones, happy Memorial Day to you too. 92 Eddie Bauer Bronco. 7.3 vehicles is highly regret selling. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. Yep. I'm curious. Hello, how are you doing tonight? Great to have you in the chat. Great to have you in the chat. Why would you want a 7.3 with manual 6-speed, not a 5.9 or a 6.7 Cummins? There's a reason. The length of the engine might be the hint. That's what I'm saying. Is that are you getting rid of a 6.7 Ford and putting in a 7.3? Because that would be wild. That would be a wild build. 86.9. Oh yeah. The 6.9, yes. Now we're talking. That was like 84 IDI. I had an 85, I think it was 85. Yeah, I put a push button ether system on it, deleted the glow plugs, the glow plug harness, and that I got rid of that baby. It'd be like 10 below outside. Start cranking, push button ether, fire right up. But to tell you the truth, I mean, let's just put it this way. I didn't have to have one of these in the truck. I could just go right through the floorboard with that truck, driving down the road, done. There was a hole the size of my foot in the floorboard. Like I just moved the floor mat over and you can't miss that one. It was crazy. I'm looking at putting the service body on a 2013. Oh, really? That's sweet. That's sweet. I was curious because my mind, I always go to that one because I seen it the other day in your video, sitting in the back corner, kind of sitting off to the side, kind of close to the action. I seen it in the back. I'm not gonna lie. Some of your background stuff is pretty interesting, JC. Now you're gonna be all self-conscious of where you got your camera and yeah, I got a question for you. Seeing as how we're all kind of mechanical enthusiasts, we'll put it that way. I seen a truck for sale. It's a 1940 Ford. It's painted black cherry. Like it is. The interior's beautiful. It's a mint truck. Like this truck is just gorgeous. And it's them 1940s Fords are, I really like the way they look. And it's got a little lower stance to it. It's a show truck. It is completely restored, done deal. How do you guys feel? And I'm going through, it's got a 700R Ford Trans and a 350 in it. I am not a fan of that myself. What do you guys think about that? Putting a Chevy and a Ford. Like, I'm not going to lie. I want to buy that truck and go undo what whoever built it did to it. But, I mean, if you're going to go with an engine swap, why don't you go with something cool? I mean, when that truck was built, the 350 was probably the staple. And if anybody that would buy it now would be like, oh, I'll put an LS in it. LS swap it. LS. Come on, man. I just wonder if I could fit a 4BT in that 1940 Ford. But it's astronomical what the guy wants for it. So it is what it is. Click, yeah, click, yeah, absolutely. Yeah, shut it off at the drive-thru to order. Yeah, they blow up and they're hard to get out. Just disconnect them. 44 in the chat, 18 likes. Good evening. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Yes, thank you. Hit that one. Hit that like button. I'd appreciate it on your way in or out. My dad bought a brand new 86 F-250 with a 690, put 350,000 miles on that farm truck. Still ran good when he sold it after 15 years. Yeah, they were like good. The 6.9 and the 7.3 IDIs were just good, reliable, nothing special power engines. And they just run. You're not going anywhere fast, but you'll get there wherever you're going. Oh, no. I swear, if this is baked goods. What? Yeah. Seriously, JC? Holy cow. Let's see here. Let's get back up here where we were. Let's see. Wrench the bolts on YouTube. You're already for the win. Yes, absolutely. Hard to beat a Chevy small block. Yeah, but come on. If you're going with a Ford, it'd be nice to keep a Ford, right? Or not? I don't know. It just seems like keeping the family. I would have dropped a 331 in Cleveland. There you go. I mean, I would have went Windsor. Late 40s, early 50s trucks are hot right now. I can't do Chevy and a Ford. Looking at a 53 right now, sent a pic. That's pretty sweet. That is really, really sweet. So I'm putting a 6BT and a 79 K20. Yeah, that's awesome. Twin turbo, EcoBoost, 1,000 horsepower, good fuel mileage. Chevy small blocks are dirt cheap. But that's the thing, Walter. This guy wants 40 grand or 30. What does he want for it? I'll tell you what he wants for it. This is what's insane. It's a beautiful truck. Don't get me wrong. It's freaking gorgeous. And I'm going to try to see if I can. He wants $33,000 for it. Okay, $33,500 is what he wants it for. Let me see if I can dial this down all the way. You can Instagram video. What's going on here? I think JC wants to talk to me. He sent me a video. We're on video chat.
It's an accident. Just
I was like, what? It's all good. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Let me see there. So that's a truck. Without giving any real information, it is show shine ready, beautiful truck. But for 33 grand and with an engine that I don't want, you know what I'm saying? It's not worth it. You know, something you could definitely. It could, though. It could. That is pretty nice. It's in clean shape. Let's see here. Was the go-to engine for years? Just about, yeah, absolutely. Totally was. The 6.9 didn't have enough power to wear itself out good downhill to pack your lunch climbing. Absolutely. Kentucky Tech, no Hemi. 4BT can make some great power. Coyote would be very interesting. Yes, it would. But, man, that would take the price rate craziness. People are crazy with their prices. Yeah, but 33 grand with a with a 350 Chevy in it, it's probably stock. You know what I mean? Like, it's not even like it's like a cruising truck, which is fine, but at the same time, you know, it could be cool. So you turn off the fuel screw on the pump, it just smoked, still didn't go anywhere. Yeah. It's still running the Hemis in the top fuel. It must be something about power. Oh boy, the Hemi monsters in the house. That's not bad because they're walking into a Ford chiller. Yeah, I know, but you know what I'm saying. It's like buy it and put a hopped up 302 out of a Mustang, a 302 Boss. I know there's a couple Bosses sitting around. Yeah, that's yeah. 4BT, you have to be careful because of the 4 cylinders loping. Yeah. Yeah, but you can do a lot with you can do a lot with them, I think. A lot more than so a 4BT in it would just be cool just because I think it just sound cool. A good paint job could be 25. Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to find one like that, but something like JC saying, Oklahoma, Colorado, something like that. Where there's not much rust. Puts you to shame, freaking punk. BS Engines, how are you? BS Small Engines, great to have you here in the chat. Diesel Dude, Kentucky, hello, good people. I appreciate that, and you are absolutely correct. LS, Hemi and LS is the same craze for engine swaps these days. Absolutely. No trailer queens. You've seen through the charade. 4BT is not that much smaller than a 6BT at the end of the day. Yeah, I don't know how much room would be in there. I want a diesel with auto with OD, gooseneck, and receiver. No garage queens. Yeah, I don't know though. That it just popped up, and it's within that truck right there is 10 miles from me, I think, or you know what I mean. It's so close, JC. I could, push it home almost. It seems so. It's one of those ones that in Michigan here, there's a lot of classic car guys that cruise around and do stuff like that, and it's all good. But yeah, I'd want something cool that I could, tool around in. I think that'd be fun, or a project to put something together. That would be fun. Stephen Doolittle. Ford's coming out with a new Lightning's truck. I guess it's supposed to be the fastest production truck out there. I don't know much about it. I heard they're launching it. It seems cool. I'm just curious of what the payload's going to be in the back of it. Oh, wait. They're not really going to do much. Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's plenty of time to figure it out. But I was hoping that, I don't know, that 33, that's kind of a steep price for that, I think, myself. Maybe I should take my 6.7 over there and just be like, hey, straight up, trade you. Oh, man. My 79 K20 and 350. Now it's 6BT. Clearing the trans tunnel. That would be tough. So you're saying if it's got a 350 in it, the 6BT, the 6BT would fit. The funny part is I actually have a 4BT engine serial number with a CPL. I believe the CPL wrote down, and it bolts directly to a C6 transmission. That would be cool. To find that bell housing. That's the bell housing I'd need because I'd want to go Ford transmission behind it. C6 is pretty bulletproof. I like them. 17K original flathead V8 engine and trans come with it. Ooh, see now that's a realistic price. And that one there you sent me, if you were to just like leave it, the patina is beautiful on that truck. Like that is the type of thing I'm looking at. Like that's the type of dream stuff, you know. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah, Joshua, I don't know how long I'm going to be on here tonight. Looks like the duck covered all done. So have a good weekend. You too, man. Oh man, the inventory Ford has right now, can't sell them over some microchips. Seen that today. Yeah, there's something going on. I don't know what the deal is. I'm not a Ford person at all. I am. You could probably get more than 33 for your truck now. That's what I mean. It's like, you know, a couple years ago, I went to the dealer and they offered me like 20 grand for it or 25 grand or something like that for it. And that was a couple years ago. Now it's like 35 grand. That's 10 grand to the plus. I don't know what to do now. You know, what's the best investment at this point? Shoot. I don't even drive it that much anymore, you know. Surprisingly, Dodge is putting a Hellcat in a minivan. What? Come on, Nathan. Are you serious right now? That is wild. I don't even know why. That would be wild. I mean, minivans are like, they're pretty tough units. I'm not going to lie. But why you put a Hellcat in a minivan? Whew, that just blows my mind. Blows my mind. Yeah, I don't know. That would be interesting. Interesting to put something like that. I just wonder how the front suspension would handle it. But I don't even know if that's got stock suspension or if it's got some sort of front half done to it. You know, who knows what that truck's got on it. A lot of these guys put a bunch of that front half stuff, you know. Worth that to lots of folks. It sure looks good. Yeah, the stance is, yeah. I mean, it's a sweet looking truck. The interior actually is really, really nicely done. It's not a factory look, but it's a nice look. Sell it and go back to the 73 with the extra cash. You can buy computer support. Absolutely. There you go. That's what I'm thinking. That has crossed my mind right there. Soccer mom getting in a hurry. I know a guy that's traded his F-350 6.7 and 35 mile and 35,000 for 40,000. They're getting top dollar for trade. Yeah, no doubt. Hey, kids got to get to soccer. You ain't lying, Diesel Dog. Have to head out. Our demo air drill had a front caster break off on the highway. Have a good one. Stay safe out there on the highway. Yeah, the Crown Vic front end is popular on those Fords, and there's actually, I could probably find 100 of those laying around somewhere. They're everywhere around here. Take care, Ag Tech. What brand do you recommend for someone looking for an affordable 3/4 impact sockets? And would you go standard or metric? Oh man, I don't know. The Tectons, MLH just did a review on some Tectons, and they were hammering out pretty heavy. But if they're lifetime warranty and they're just getting that hammering, what's the difference, right? The Nikos he said they held up all right today. He used them. So Nikos, SunX makes some good sockets, 3/4 drive. Trying to think. I'm not as picky about 3/4 stuff. I have a lot of Matco, but I wouldn't buy the Matcos. I just don't. They're hard for me to warranty. That's really where I Gray Pneumatic makes some good ones. Let's see here. Mention the polls. Just go to Mater's Workshop. He is live. He'll let you join. Gotcha. Mater's Workshop. He's live as well. Right Tools has a great set. Right Tools, yep. GP, Gray Pneumatic, S&P, Gray Pneumatic. Hey, everyone. Joey, how are you? Right on. Right on. Mike Dorn. Well, the Williams 3/4 is pretty nice. He likes the Williams. These I have the 3/4, the Sunex 3/4, and loves them. How have you been? How have you been? Let's see. Tank is $60 off Amazon. It's been hit and miss. Some guys like them, some guys don't, Diesel Dog. It's 50-50, so I would greatly appreciate your opinion as well. I guess if that makes any sense to you. Let me know how they pan out. Because I've heard both sides of it, you know. Heard both sides of it. Texan has a set for like $199. Yeah, the 3/4 set. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Hey, Kentucky Tech, my brother. Let's see here. Let's see what their 3/4 set is. I know you guys are just looking at me, and I'm kind of blindly looking at this website right now. Let's go to impact sockets. 3/4. So you can buy the 3/4 22 piece deeps for $75 a piece. I'm trying to think here. I'm trying to see what if they offer both. Let's do set, apply, any 22 piece set for $250, 8 piece set, 7 piece 6-point, 8 piece set for $150. I don't know. Those are impact sockets. Just looking at the prices there. Sorry about that. Let's see here. Kentucky Tech is my brother. Working my ass off doing. Working my ass doing wedding, master off time and make that money. Miss you, Joey. Not a fan of SP sockets, overpriced. Napa, Carlisle, Country Mile. That's funny. What do you say? What do you say? It'd be fine. It'd be fine, JC. Just toss it in there. Yeah, get those old. Twist cams for the coil springs on the front. Just put them in there and give them a twist. Get like 10 of them in there. You'd be all set. No worries. Yeah, text me sometime. Hit me up, man. Napa's 3/4 pretty good for the money. I got a lot. I got has been great, but I know some people have had bad experience, so I haven't talked too much about them. That's the thing. It's hit and miss. It's hit and miss on those. It seems like some guys really like them, some guys don't. It's kind of hit and miss. So, like I said, Diesel Dog, if you can sort that out too. I don't know. I'm kind of kicking it around myself, trying to see what they are, sort them out, and see if I would ever take them out of my service truck, the Snap-on ones, and put the Tekken ones in there. I don't know if I'd go that far, but it might be a nice supplemental set to have. You know what I'm saying? That would be the thing if you're not, depending on what you're doing. So, but man, I have still. What's up, Kentucky Tech? Wrench and the bolts. Truck string is ball and the frame bends. Yeah, that's true. So, man, see, it's a JC. Like, man, the way you think is the same. Like, you could build derby cars in a minute and be very successful building derby cars. because you're always looking for the next weakest point. And that's what it's all about, right? Like, it's wild. Like, oh, if I strengthen this up, then this bends. Oh, when that bends, then this bends. That's I had that mindset for a long time with figure 8 cars and derby cars of like, where's it going to bend next? And now they have insane stuff. But I have installed big block Chevy springs into the old cars, and it is a struggle, crazy deal there. I wish I had bought angle wrenches years ago. Yeah, they are crazy. I have a 33 millimeter 1/2-inch drive. This crap, I'm pretty happy with their IP stuff. I went Snap-on angle years ago. Yeah. Just do like all of us seasoned guys did: sell your soul to Snap-on and complain about the price and paying them off. Complain about the service when you stop buying off the truck. Oh my gosh, that is some truth spitting there, man. Oh man, and it is too. That's the truth. You pay for it. You pay the premium, and sometimes it's worth it, and sometimes it's not. That's really what it boils down to. I'm trying to think what else I worked on that was odd this week. I was a lot of places this week. It seemed like drove all over the place. Not really, but a bunch of different places to hit. Last week I went out on a guy's tractor that wouldn't start. Found a PTO neutral switch. Was not hooked up. It came unplugged. He must have caught it on something. I had to borrow angle wrenches here and there, so I figured it was time to get something in the box. Yep, that's the way it is. Oh, yeah, I'm caught up, Brian. Caught right up. It's good to go. It's tough when you catch up. That's the hardest part about this deal. It's not like I can be – sometimes I'm an hour behind on comments, which is ridiculous. But let's see. What else did I do this week? Got that engine done. I worked on that pulling tractor quite a bit. Got the transmission on it last week. I got the axle housings on it. The top plate for the transmission and the roll bars are on it. Bolt up the hub. I made the template for that. For the brakes that I'm putting on it. Let's see. Got that done. Oh, I worked on that stump grinder. I don't think I put a video out on that yet. I'm going to have some random clips of different stuff coming on that stuff. I'll try to make a video out of random clips of little jobs that I've picked up here and there. The air filter was plugged, and then he had a hydraulic leak. He dropped that off. I got that fixed. Back to him already. I'm trying to think of what else I worked on. It was kind of a wild week, it seemed like. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then yesterday I did a bunch of billing and stuff like that. That was about it. Bubba, can't live without angle wrenches. No, angle wrenches are a must. If you work on hydraulic lines of any shape, form, you have to have them. It's a must in heavy equipment repair for sure. There you go. See, that's what it's all about. Precision Torque, yes, they are good wrenches. I have not had any qualms about taking out my Snap-ons and putting those in my service truck. They've been good. I checked out the client's Dodge 3500. It's got 95,000 miles and the engine locked up. 6.4 Hemi. Ooh, ain't no good. The Welded International truck I was looking at has been gone for 3 weeks with no word. Fingers crossed I found the issue. Hopefully you did, JC. I am still a knock on wood. And I forget the gentleman's name that owns the ambulance, but thoughts and prayers going out to him with his broken hand for sure, JC. Let's see. I got 3 different sets. Yeah. And the different degrees, like the snap-ons are one, the Matcos are another. The Macs have just a little different offset in the head. So those are pretty nice. But Snap-on they didn't re-up their patent on the angle of the head. So everybody's making them now. The same as the Snap-on. So they kind of let that one go. I don't know if they figure they sold enough of them or what, but they sold a lot of them. I'll tell you that. A lot of people have the Snap-on angle wrenches. I use them all the time for injectors, but Snap-on is all you need. So, I mean, I've got Matco, and Snap-ons. Not a full set of Snap-ons yet, but I'm getting closer. Justin is his name. Yes, Justin. Oh, that would be awesome. That's cool, JC. So he lives close enough where he can. That would be cool. That's cool that you get hooked up with like that. I came across one of your videos from like 4 years ago about the Max Force extended cab. It was a brown truck. I watched some of that today. It's funny how some of that stuff pops up in my news feed or whatever, So, but yeah, that was. I got to finish watching that one tomorrow. Hopefully, that's my plan on that one. But yeah, Snap-on's like. Let's see. My Snap-on set is my favorite. Jim, how are you? Nice to have you in the chat. Cheers with a coffee cup. Oh, yeah. So that 966 was pretty freaking sweet. And then I just keep bumping stuff around like a jackwagon. I think every time I put my hands down on the desk here, the camera rocks a little bit. I might have to put that on a stand or something. Mount it to the wall. That might be the best bet. Anyway. Yeah, it was something like that. That was the video. Something like that. I think it was. It was funny because I was like, well, I'm gonna watch this and see what it is because I don't know how it popped up either. It was just randomly, boom, there today. Oh, let's see here. What's the gas prices out there? Joe's not my person. What's the gas? Extremely high. Extremely high. We'll just put it that way. They are extremely high. And it is ridiculous. I don't even know. I don't even look anymore, to tell you the truth. I don't even look anymore. Howdy, William. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Yes. The day, the weekend of remembrance, right? You got to remember all those people that served and took the ultimate sacrifice for us. That's the biggest thing. Diesel is $3.29 now. Had to fill the service truck and the pickup today while it took a beating. That's the worst part is and trying to pass that along to a customer is they understand it, but it's still at the same time it's like, what are you talking about? It's crazy. That's true. True facts right there, JC. And that is that is the tough part that people don't, a lot of people think, it's the weekend for barbecues, right? And hanging out and enjoying the freedoms that some gave all for us to have. And that's really what puts it in perspective. And I guess some people may or may not look at that as what it is. What it is. It's just being patriotic. There's no political ties to any of that. It's our country. So, Deere on your wall, face minder in 2020. Also, don't tell people in the military thanks on work. They're not dead. Absolutely, XFL. That is the thing. That's it's walk through a cemetery. Walk through a cemetery and say thank you to them, because they're the ones. Hey, Branch, I just bought a Peterbilt road tractor. What would you recommend for a service body and crane? Oh my gosh. I would look into, I'm trying to see here why that camera keeps messing up, or my face is in front of the thing. I like auto crane bodies. I like IMT bodies. What was that other one we had? Was it a maintainer? No, it was a Stellar. A Stellar crane is pretty good. I've heard lots of good things about the maintainers, especially down in Texas. I've heard lots of good things. But I would stick to I've never used a Summit truck body, but auto crane I know you can get. They have, the parts are expensive, but you can get a lot of parts for the auto cranes. I know that they're pretty good to get parts for, as long as you can find that serial number on your body and identify what body and what actual serial number of crane you have. Them are going to be the two big factors in it. Once you find those, getting auto crane parts, you can get them. They're expensive, but you can get them. That's the biggest thing. So I would think, how big a Peterbilt road tractor? So you got a dually, tandem. So your tandem, not dually, your tandem. It's going to be a big one. No, not right now. I'm wrapping it into my hourly rate. $327 in New York. Looking at a truck in Montgomery, Michigan. I think further north than where I am. Montgomery, Michigan. Montgomery, Michigan. Montgomery, Michigan. Oh, that's right down in the middle bottom. That's probably, that's probably 2-3 hours for me. 3 hours plus for me. Decoration Day. William, they're a crazy price too. Yeah. Western Star, not really. Stay away from truck work as much as I can, to be honest with you. Yeah, they did. Veterans Day. So I saved that one for. You ever work on Western Stars? Get that one. If I can't get a service body and a crane, I know someone who has a 45-ton wrecker body I can buy cheap. Plus, it's a triaxle, full lockers, 373 gear, 3406B, 18 speed. That definitely is a heavy unit there. IMT boombox and Stellar boomboxes are made in Garner, Iowa. They're across the highway from each other. Really? So Stellar and IMT are across there. I'm pretty sure Auto Crane's out of Iowa as well. yeah. So Iowa Mold Tooling is what is, yeah, and Stellar are right across from each other. That is pretty wild. Titan Supreme. I guess I've never looked at Titan. Search that up real quick here. Titan Supreme. I look goofy as heck. Titan Supreme. Titan Supreme. It comes with an auto crane. I'm just looking. That would be overkill for, yeah, I like it. Anything overkill. That's right. I mean, heck, you even Project Overkill. I might just go with the record. Yeah, it might be your cheapest, fastest option at that point. I have seen some trucks coming around for sale, but they're, man, it's crazy. Don't use. All right, I'll close out that tab. Titan and Supreme. Forgot the. Oh, Titan and Supreme. I'll look at those because there's Summit as well. Summit truck bodies. Go big or go home. That's it, man. You gotta have the nice stuff. I found a guy with a burn table. Actually, I'm thinking about redoing the outside skin on some of my service truck. Seeing if he can burn the plate for the outside in some places, so that way, might go from there. IMT seems to be good. We've had issues with our 6.7 Power Strokes with the electronics. Not sure if it's on the IMT or the Ford side, but didn't look into it much. Yeah. Peterbilt has 300,000 on it. What engine's in that, Pete? And what is it? Is it like a service truck size, or he says a road tractor, didn't you? My bad. I like the STI and the Tiger Crane. You like the Tiger Crane, huh? There's only a few around this area that I've seen of the Tiger Cranes. I don't know. And the STI body, I don't know much about that. But oh yeah. The STI, they put lift mores on them too, huh? Try to see here. It looks like a lift more crane. Oh, they put Tiger Crane, STI body with a STI with a Tiger Crane. That's a pretty nice little setup. That's a pretty nice setup. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. STI. Is that Summit truck? Or is that Stellar? That's Stellar, right? That's a Stellar crane? Or it's STI body? I don't know. I guess I'm looking now. Don't get me looking at service trucks. I had a guy rolling ask me, I should have sold it. 379 Pete, 18 speed. Gotcha. Check Insta. Badass service truck wrecker. All right. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. I will be checking that out. Push pause. I'll be checking that out after this is done. That's for sure here. I have a 2005 Sterling Ace Cetera with an 11-foot auto crane body, 8,000 pound crane on it. That's what I'm running. It was, you know what makes me the most upset? When you look at service trucks that are for sale and there's no toolboxes in any of the drawers. They empty out all that stuff. And I don't know if it's because they swap them from the old truck to the new truck because of the cost, or if the person selling it is just a jackwagon and thinks that, oh, these toolboxes look like crap. Pull them all out of there. And then they remove them and throw them in the scrap dumpster or something. But it makes the truck, like, it makes me look at a truck that's like, oh, that's, you know, pretty decent looking service truck. Everything looks good on it. And then you look at it and all the compartments are completely empty. There's no tool drawers in any of them. And it's like, why would I even buy it? It's not even, you know, like it makes my blood boil, actually. And I almost want to just email all of them and be like, did you take out those? Because if you did, why? Where are they at? Show me the dumpster. Service Trucks Inc. Service Truck Inc. I'm still lying to myself saying that I'll fix it and use it. It's an awesome one. It's because you got the lube racks on that too, don't you? You have the lube unit on that still? Or don't you? Curious. Yeah. That blew all their money on the truck. They can afford to buy a new box at the same time. Yeah. They might have. I don't know, because the toolboxes that fit in them are all custom half the time. You can't really take them from one and put them into the next unless you go with the exact same setup. And auto crane body. I could use the wrecker body as a service body. Yeah, you could. Totally. Ever consider NRC quick swap with extra tunnel box as a service truck? NRC quick swap. NRC quick swap. I guess I'm not. NRC quick swap. Oh. So the wrecker goes right on the back of it with a service body on it. That would be interesting. With extra tunnel box, yeah. Buy some Harbor Freight boxes. They are cheap enough. Could fit before that. Yeah, it's just, how are the slides going to hold up beating down the back roads? That's my problem. Gotcha. Yeah, that's a nice setup. That is a nice setup right there. Pat, too much money. NRC quick swap is a fifth wheel mounted wrecker unit. Yeah. You missed a lot, Kentucky Tech. Yeah. Curious of how that's mounted, JC. But yeah, anyway. Oh. Yeah, Kentucky Tech, you missed a lot, brother. You missed a lot, that's for sure. 28 in the chat. I'm getting ready to check out of here for the weekend, actually. I didn't do man, I shut down last night, did a little bit this morning for got that tractor running, and that was done by 8 o'clock this morning, and then boom, done deal. Let's see. Rudy, my service truck is a 2013 F550 with an IMT 11-foot box, 2.5 crane. We had one with service equipment mounted to it. It can pick up, use pretty reasonable. Gotcha. Huh. That would be good. Unless double frame wrecker is risky. Unless double frame wrecker is risky. When are you going to build a pulling tractor? I'm not building a pulling tractor. Just working on them, man. I ain't building one. There ain't no way I'm building a pulling tractor. Not until I get a sweet, like, not if I can afford to buy a brand new service truck, maybe in that time that it takes me to be able to do that, then I'll be able to build a pulling tractor. And we'll call it the Rippin' Heavy Wrench. How's that sound? We'll go on a national tour. Whew, boy, it's just a lot. There's a lot of time and effort that goes into those things, man. Especially those pro farms and those super farms. They're ridiculous amount of time. Let's see here. I guess let's see. I have pictures of the frame on a road tractor that has been welded back together several times due to the NRC unit. Really? It's kind of crazy. About 5 years? Yeah, it's a 5-year plan. 5-year country mile. 5-year plan. But I'm going to let you guys go. It's 10:30 here. I'm going to catch out of here because I want to go enjoy a little bit of time tonight with the family. We got to go. We're going to go do some barbecuing. Do some tomorrow. I think we got a barbecue to go to, so we're going to go do that and got some other stuff I want to get done before we go, and then try to take Monday off and not do much besides sit around and remember those who have fallen. And I guess if nothing else, thank those who have fallen in your own way. Maybe swing through a cemetery and thank those guys and gals or whoever it may be. So enjoy it. Enjoy your weekend. Go take care and have a good one. And we will catch you on the next one. Good night, everybody.